Hello friends, welcome to the video. MySQL is one of the most important relational databases. It's the most preferred combination to be used with scripting languages like PHP. So here we will walk through the installation steps of a MySQL server on a Windows machine. So first of all, open your Chrome web browser. I'm using Chrome here. You can use any browser of your choice. Type MySQL. It is pronounced as MySQL, although it is typed as MySQL. Okay, enter. Click the link named mysql.com, which is the official website of MySQL. Click on the link. Okay, now we get the home page. Click on the download links shown here. Okay, now scroll down, go to MySQL community downloads. Okay, now click on MySQL installer for Windows, this link here, clicking it. Okay, now the current version is 8.0.4 that we will be going to install. Okay, and two versions are shown here. 32, they are 32-bit. It will work on 64-bit also, even though it's 32-bit. So we need to click on the second link here. Okay, click the download link corresponding to the second link, second version, clicking on that. Okay, it will be asking for login or sign up, but we need not login or sign up, so just click on no thanks and start my download, this option. Okay, the download has been started, so we can wait for the download to be completed. Download has been started. It will take a couple of minutes. Wait for the download to be completed. Okay, so the download is completed. We can go to the downloads folder here. Go to the downloads folder. Yeah, here is the MySQL installer that we have just downloaded. Click on that, double click on that. Click yes. So the installer has been started. So next we want to select the setup type of the MySQL. So we will be using custom type, as this will enable to see what components are being installed. So here we can select the each and every component that we need to be part of the MySQL server. Okay, so we will be selecting custom. Next. Okay, here on the left side of the here we can see two panels, and the left side we can see available products. Okay, now click on the plus icon here, MySQL server plus icon, add the right arrow, click on the right arrow. Okay, that is selected. Then click on the applications plus icon, MySQL workbench, select that, click the right arrow. MySQL workbench, that's not a part of the MySQL server, but it is a graphical user interface that we can use to interact with the MySQL server. Okay, then click on the shell expand icon, MySQL shell. We can add also that. Okay, that is also a command line interface that we can use to interact with the MySQL server. So these products are ready to be installed. These products are we have selected. Okay, now click next. We can execute. The programs are being installed. We can wait. Server is installed. It's taking more time than expected. Okay, products are installed. Next, now product configuration. Okay, next is the networking configuration. The default port is 3306 on which MySQL will be running. You can leave like that. Next, okay, authentication method is use strong password. Next, here we need to set a password for the MySQL root user. Please try to use a strong password. Repeat the password. And yes, the root password and repeat password match, and password strength is showing us medium. You can set a more strong password using alphabets, combination of alphabets and numerics, uppercase, lowercase letters, also special characters like @ hash and so on. Okay, click next. This here we will be adding MySQL server as a Windows service. Click next. File permissions. Here it is showing a path where the MySQL data will be stored under data folder, C drive, and yes, grant full permission to the user. Okay, next, execute. All settings are being applied. We can wait. Okay, now click on finish. Product configuration. Next, start MySQL workbench and MySQL shell. These two things will be started. Finish. Now we can do one more thing. Add the path of the MySQL executable to the system environment variable so that we can call it from the command shell directly. For that, go to C, program files, MySQL MySQL server bin. Here is the MySQL executable located, so copy this location. Sorry, copy this, search here environment variables, go to path section here. What is the path section? Path here. Double click, new, paste the location we have copied here, which is the program files, this one. Click OK. You can close this now. Now we have two programs open here, Workbench and MySQL client. Workbench is as I have said earlier, it's a graphical user interface that we can use to interact with the database. If you want to know more about Workbench, I have another video on that. I will put the link in the description box. Okay, so I will close that for now. This is the MySQL client. This is the command line interface that we can use to interact with the MySQL server. So to connect to the server, the command is, now it is open in the JS mode. As you can see, we need to switch to the SQL mode. SQL, to type /SQL. Now switch it into the SQL mode. Now connect root at localhost. Root is the user that we have created earlier while the installation process. Click enter. Okay, now it is connected. Normally it will be asking you the password that we have set earlier, but this time it's not asking because I have already logged in. You will need to provide the password that you have set earlier, so note down the password while creating the root user. It's very important, so remember that. Okay, now it's connected to the MySQL server. We can use some basic commands to check with the database. First one is show database command. Show databases to list all the default database that comes with the MySQL server. Also we can create a new database, create database test. Okay, now again running show databases. See, the test database has been created. This way we can use the shell to interact with the MySQL server. Okay, that's all about setting up MySQL server and Workbench and MySQL client. Thank you for watching the video. If you like the video, share the video to your friends and subscribe to the channel.